Every single second, somewhere on Earth, more than 70 McDonald's meals are being served. That's over 75 million people every single day, more than the pops. But here's the question nobody ever asks. Where does all that food really come from? Tonight, we uncover how McDonald's built the largest food factory system on Earth. I'm Masood. Welcome to Built-in US. This is not one kitchen. This is not one restaurant. This is a manufacturing empire. According to McDonald's corporate filings, the company operates more than 40,000 restaurants across over 100 countries. But behind every burger, every fry, every chicken nugget is a hidden network of massive food factories most customers will never see. The story begins far away from any restaurant, on farms, in fields, in feedlots. McDonald's does not raise cows. It does not grow potatoes. Instead, it controls the system. According to supplier agreements, McDonald's works with more than 20,000 approved farms and processors worldwide, but only a small number are trusted to make its core products: beef, chicken, potatoes, buns. Each one comes from a factory built only for McDonald's. Let's start with beef, the heart of the burger. According to the US Department of Agriculture, McDonald's is one of the largest buyers of beef in the world. Every year, it purchases more than 2 billion pounds of beef. That's enough meat to fill thousands of cargo ships. But here's what most people never see. McDonald's beef never comes from one cow. It comes from thousands, blended together, inside McDonald's beef processing plants. The work begins before sunrise. Refrigerated trucks arrive every few minutes. Each carries sides of beef kept at exactly 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Too warm, bacteria grows. Too cold, the meat freezes and cracks. Inside the building, conveyor belts stretch longer than football fields. According to meat processing data, some McDonald's plants grind more than 2 million pounds of beef per day. Massive stainless steel grinders tear meat apart. Different cuts are mixed together. Lean meat, fat trimmings, ratios controlled within 1% tolerance, because if the fat level changes, the burger shrinks. Customers complain, but here's where the system becomes dangerous. Grinding meat is one of the highest risk food processes on Earth. One contaminated piece can infect thousands of burgers. So McDonald's built a defense system. According to safety manuals, every batch is tested for E. coli, salmonella, and listeria. Samples are taken every 30 minutes. And here's the rule. If one test fails, the entire production run is destroyed. No exceptions, no discounts, millions of burgers thrown away. Now the patties take shape. High-speed presses form meat into perfect circles. Each patty weighs exactly 1.6 ounces, not 1 gram more, not 1 gram less. According to McDonald's quality standards, weight tolerance is less than 2%. Because portion control is money. 10 grams extra per burger. Costs millions per year. The patties drop onto freezing belts. Liquid nitrogen flashes across the surface. In less than 3 minutes, raw beef becomes rock solid. This stops bacteria, locks in shape, and prepares the meat for shipping. Next comes potatoes, the fries, the most famous side dish in fast food history. McDonald's sells more fries than any company on Earth. According to agricultural reports, it buys more than 3 billion pounds of potatoes every year. Most come from Idaho, Washington, and the Midwest. But not every potato qualifies. McDonald's specifications require exact length, exact starch level, and exact sugar content. Too short, rejected, too sweet, they burn. So farmers grow special potato varieties only for McDonald's. Inside fry factories, potatoes arrive by the ton. High-pressure water cannons blast off dirt. Optical scanners inspect every potato. According to processing data, defective potatoes are rejected at a rate of up to 30%. The rest move forward. Steel blades slice them at more than 200 cuts per second. Shoelace perfect. But here's the secret step, the blanch. Before freezing, fries are partially cooked in hot water. This removes surface sugar. Then they pass through oil for just 45 seconds, not to cook, to seal. This creates the famous crispy shell later. Then comes freezing. Air at minus 40 degrees hardens them instantly. From raw potato to frozen fry in less than 15 minutes. Now chicken, the nuggets, one of the most controlled foods in the world. According to McDonald's supplier data, the company processes more than 5 billion chicken pieces per year. Inside poultry plants, machines work faster than human eyes. Breasts are sliced, trimmed, ground, mixed with seasoning. But here's what most people never hear. McDonald's nuggets are shaped by pressure, not molds. High-speed forming machines squeeze chicken paste through metal dies. Each nugget shape is calculated by software, weight controlled within half a gram. Then they are battered, breaded, and partially fried, only halfway cooked, because the final cooking happens in the restaurant. Now comes the quiet part, quality control, the most expensive department in the factory. Cameras scan every patty, every fry, every nugget. Metal detectors search for fragments. X-ray machines inspect density. According to McDonald's safety protocols, each production line runs more than 300 automated inspections per hour. Random workers pull samples, weigh them, smell them, taste them. If one test fails, entire truckloads are rejected because one recall can destroy the brand. But here's the part nobody expects. McDonald's does not ship food to restaurants directly. It uses a private distribution empire. According to logistics reports, McDonald's operates more than 300 distribution centers worldwide. Each one serves hundreds of restaurants. Frozen meat, frozen fries, sauces, buns, all arriving within a 6-hour delivery window. This is called just-in-time food manufacturing. No storage, no zapas. If one truck is late, hundreds of restaurants run out of food. And this is only the beginning, because we haven't even reached the bun factories, the sauce labs, the milkshake plants, or the breakfast system. And we haven't answered the biggest question of all. How does one company make sure a Big Mac in New York tastes exactly the same as a Big Mac in Tokyo? In part 2, we go inside the bun and bread factories and the secret chemistry that keeps McDonald's food identical all over the world. This is where the restaurant disappears and the real empire begins, because the food you see on the counter was not made in that kitchen. It was built weeks earlier, inside some of the largest food factories on Earth. Tonight we go deeper, inside the hidden factories that build McDonald's meat, fries, and buns before they ever reach a single restaurant. Now the buns. McDonald's uses more than 50 million buns every day. Flour, sugar, yeast, and water mix in giant batches. Dough is cut and stamped into identical shapes. Ovens bake them at 400 degrees, and every bun is sliced hot to prevent crumbs. Sesame seeds are sprayed, cameras inspect coverage, and imperfect buns are rejected. Packaging follows. Buns cool, stack, wrap, date code, and load into refrigerated trucks. And from flour to finished bun takes less than 5 hours, with the line never stopping. Now the hidden army, logistics. McDonald's works with more than 15,000 suppliers worldwide and connects every restaurant to regional distribution centers delivering beef, chicken, fries, buns, sauces, and packaging by just-in-time manufacturing. If one truck is late, an entire city can run out of Big Macs. But here's the real danger: food safety. Every batch is tested, sampled, logged, cooked, tasted, and measured, and if contamination appears, entire truckloads are destroyed with no second chance. And finally, distribution. Trucks move all night, centers ship to hundreds of restaurants per day, and by morning frozen patties, fries, and fresh buns arrive ready to cook. When the doors open, it looks like magic, but nothing was made there. Everything was built far away by machines you will never see. But here's the final mystery. McDonald's feeds 75 million people every day, yet almost none of the food is cooked from scratch. So what really happens inside the kitchens? In part 3, we go inside the restaurants themselves, the grills, the fry stations, and the speed system that turns factory food into the fastest meals on Earth. This is where the kitchen ends and the real system begins. Every burger you just saw now enters one of the largest food logistics networks ever built by humans. Tonight, we uncover the part almost nobody sees: the cold chain, the trucks, the quality war, and the system that moves McDonald's food to more than 40,000 restaurants around the world. By the time a McDonald's burger leaves the factory, the clock is already ticking, because meat expires, buns dry out, cheese melts. According to food safety standards, most fresh ingredients must reach restaurants within 24 to 72 hours, and miss that window and the entire batch is destroyed with no discounts, no donations, no second chances. This is why McDonald's does not use one warehouse, they use hundreds. Across the United States, McDonald's operates through a network of more than 300 regional distribution centers, some bigger than airplane hangars. Inside, the temperature never changes. Freezers stay locked at -10 degrees Fahrenheit, and refrigerated zones stay at exactly 34 degrees. Sensors check temperature every minute, and if the temperature drifts more than 2 degrees, alarms trigger instantly, because one warm truck can poison an entire city. Now comes the hardest part: timing. McDonald's does not allow restaurants to overstock because too much food means waste and too little means long lines and angry customers. So every restaurant sends daily data, how many burgers sold, how many fries used, how much cheese melted, and every 4 hours, computers decide which factory ships, which warehouse loads, and which truck leaves. This is not delivery, this is choreography. Outside the warehouse, the trucks line up, each trailer carrying between 20,000 and 40,000 pounds of frozen and chilled food. One truck carries everything: beef, chicken, buns, cheese, sauce, ice cream mix, separated by temperature zones, so one multi-temperature truck replaces 3 delivery vehicles, saving millions in fuel and cutting delivery time in half. But here's what makes this system dangerous. Every truck is tracked, GPS watches every turn, temperature probes report every 5 minutes, and if one sensor reports warming, dispatch calls the driver immediately. If cooling fails, the truck is ordered to stop and the entire load is destroyed on the spot. And most customers never know that thousands of tons of food are destroyed every year just to protect the brand. Now the food arrives before sunrise, because McDonald's does not deliver during lunch hours. Each restaurant has a delivery window as short as 15 minutes. Boxes are scanned, dates are checked, and anything within 48 hours of expiration is rejected. Managers sign digital forms because once the food enters the kitchen, McDonald's becomes legally responsible, and lawsuits here can cost millions. But here's the part nobody expects. McDonald's does not own most of this system. The company controls the rules while independent suppliers run the factories and independent distributors run the trucks. McDonald's owns the recipes, the cooking times, the safety rules, and the audits, while thousands of companies build and move the food so they can feed cities without owning farms. Now comes the final defense: inspection. Every supplier plant is audited, some inspected 4 times per year with surprise visits, hidden cameras, and secret samples. More than 100,000 food tests are performed every year, and if one supplier fails, they are removed immediately with no appeals and no second chances. And then, the last mile, inside the restaurant. Freezers open, timers start, patties cook to 155 degrees, fries are held no longer than 7 minutes. Burgers must be served within 10 minutes, and every hour, thousands of sandwiches go straight into the trash. This is the cost of speed. Now look at the scale: more than 75 million customers per day, over 40,000 restaurants, suppliers on 6 continents, a system that moves food faster than military supply chains. All so that when you walk into one small restaurant, your burger tastes exactly the same 3,000 miles away. But here's the final mystery. McDonald's sells billions of meals every year, yet the kitchen you see controls almost nothing, because the real kitchen is hidden inside freezers, inside trucks, inside warehouses, inside computers that decide what you eat before you ever order it.